Hello everybody, this is Kyrix, more This Week in Kyrix. This is for the week of Wednesday, August 21st, 2019, and it is being recorded on Tuesday, because I now have Tuesdays off, so I can do that kind of thing. You might hear a buzz real quick. I'm gonna try and... Oh wow, it's drained again. What the fuck is with everything in my room draining of power? Where's my knife? Cutting my hair one way or another, goddammit. There it is. There's a loose strand of hair, and it's driving me nuts, and I just knifed it off. There we go. Okay, so, yeah, since I have Tuesdays off consistently now, I just record this Tuesday evening after Pokemon. A little later, I was going to come straight home from Pokemon. Well, I had to go to Walmart first to pick up some money and get dinner and get a new set of headphones for reasons I'll get into in a minute. Got all the way home from a different Walmart than the one I work at, but got all the way home, realized I forgot my macaroni, had to get back on the bike. It sucked a dick. Okay. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is, where is it? Oh, it's loaded aboard, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Alright, so let me just get this back in there. Shouldn't need to scan anything for quite a while. And we're just going to try and get to the surface this way. There we go, perfect. Now, if I do this right and don't get too lost, I should actually have the air to pull this off. Okay, that actually worked pretty good. So it's pretty much straight down from where I am. Now, for a little heads up reminder of exactly what it is I'm doing here, in case you haven't watched this, I got a whole bunch of neat stuff down there, and I want to get down there again later, but once I leave, I don't really have confidence in my ability to A, get the Cyclops down there again, or B, get back here with the prawn suit. So what I'm doing is I'm going back on the what's this thing called again? The Sea Glide. Going back on my Sea Glide and getting back to base so I can get stuff to make a beacon or so with. And then I should be good. I will get back there, partway with the Seamoth. We'll see what I do. Or then again, I could do the Sea Glide just straight up. I mean, oh, it's daylight again. Cool. But yeah, with the Sea Glide, I could probably do this, because I'm still really good on air. I mean, I don't necessarily think I would have done that or attempted that shit with a lesser oxygen tank, but with the one I got, sure, this is good. This actually works out real nice. So, why did I see fit to, oh, what's the word? To get new headphones. Well, you see, mine are fucking broken. That's right, fucking broken. I need some copper. Well, I should have plenty of that shit. Oh, yeah. Wrong. Well, what happened is it started like a week ago, at the most, probably. We were having a thunderstorm at work, and I was putting it in my ear. It's a Bluetooth headset, for the record. But anyway, I put it in my ear, and I was getting staticky, crackly noises, you know, like you do. Even though you're really not supposed to get staticky, crackly noises. Oh, hi. And the staticky, crackly noises were distracting, but I figured, hey, no big deal. Though it was a little concerning that even when I turned it off, the staticky, crackly noises would remain. And I'm pretty sure it contributed to basically sapping the battery. For the past couple days, the battery's been, to be generous, inconsistent, where I can have a full charge at the start of the day, barely listen to it at all, and it'll be flat out dead. Just flat out fucking dead. In no time flat, like before I try to leave work. And even plugging it in for a couple minutes, which normally at least gives me a little bit of juice, does nothing. So we're gonna try and slork these real quick. Oh wow, that did the exact opposite of what I wanted. Now I'm thirstier. So yeah, let's get some marble melons real quick. That's what they're there for. I hear you. So anyway, I decide, fuck it. I do have a backup pair of headphones, but only one side of them works. And I haven't been diligent about keeping them charged, so as a result, last night, I rode most of the way home in silence. So, I have new headphones now. Same model as the ones I just had, but teal. Mostly so I don't confuse them for the blue ones that I had before. On the plus side, I got to go home early last night. Yeah, we had a double... Well, no, we didn't have a double truck. We had no truck, actually. We had a no truck day last night. And because there was no truck, we had very little to do. Generally, that's a busy work day where we get caught up on work. And a bunch of people were basically saying they were just going to call out completely and just go home. We actually had a meeting that day to address that very thing. With the manager basically telling us, yeah, this isn't a day that you're supposed to, you know, call out. You should treat this as though it's a double truck day as far as how much work you put in, because the day before had been a double truck day and we'd fucking killed it. I mean, they were just proud of us. We tore that shit apart. I think we were done at 5:30 with 2 trucks. And but what they did say, and I even confirmed this with my boss towards the end of the night, because the last time we had a no truck day, I basically got to go home early, because it occurred to me to ask to go home early because I'd finished my aisle. When I say no truck, I mean we have no general merchandise truck, no GM truck. We still have a grocery truck which brings in all the grocery stuff. And there is still stuff in the back for us to fuck with, picks, you know, stuff that was left over from before that might go up now and probably will, etc., that kind of thing. So I did my picks, I did my grocery truck, and I basically told the boss that day, hey, let me go home early. He's like, sure, go home early. You don't have to use your PTO. I'll just send an email to personnel and they'll let you go. And I confirmed with this other supervisor yesterday that we could do the same thing. So I basically finished in record time, and I even cracked the joke. So it seems all we got to do is promise me an early trip home and I turn into Employee of the Month, you know. Because I'm usually one of the slower workers, but apparently I pick up in a big fucking way when I can go home early. But yeah, that was fun. Oops, some rubies. Want some acid shrooms, but we're good on those for now. So, let's talk Pokemon, because I had Pokemon today, but there won't be any next week. It's a week off next week. I think we got some kind of local election going on or something. But, Either way, next week will not have a Pokemon happening. These are just Biolooms. No, they're not. These are crystals. Hey, buddy. Bet you wish you could swim, huh? There's my Cyclops. Alright, now we're just gonna pop top here. Did I not? I did not. Perfect. Anyway, let's get inside now. So yeah, long story short, I finished everything, got home early. It was great. I had fun. I liked it. So, Pokemon today. No Pokemon for next week, but we had Pokemon today. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna need to camera this for sure. The conning tower so I can see where the fuck I'm going. There we go. Now I know where I'm going. So, I got to break out a couple older Pokemon, including Karma, formerly named Finesse, and my new Minior, Lucky Star, who is really good. Lucky Star is just an absolute powerhouse, right up there with Starlet as far as a sweeper goes. Little Lucky Star is just an absolute treat to have. Oh, there was a Reaper here. That's distressing. But not distressing now. Let's just get back to base now, which is this way. Perfect. I'm not super worried about the Reaper Leviathan. It can do damage, but I don't think it's going to tear me up in record time kind of thing. Like, don't get me wrong, this thing can absolutely ruin my day, but I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to break the Cyclops, because I have no intention of sticking around long enough to give it the chance to do that. But for the record, I now have a lot of new materials, specifically a wealth of nickel ore and crystalline sulfur, or sulfur crystals, something like that. I got sulfur bricks, basically. But yeah, I broke out those Pokemon. I had 3 matches, and I won all 3 of them pretty handily. I lost 2 Pokemon in 2 of the matches, and 3 in another one. One of the guys last week, actually, I think it was last week, maybe it was the week before, made the crack that I should limit myself to 3 Pokemon or something to give them a chance. And I'm like, you do realize that I kind of already do that? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you guys rarely take out 3 of my Pokemon, so I only use 3 most of the time. It's just a matter of which 3 do I use. And I'm stopping for a second so I can trim my nail because it's driving me nuts. So, I have graham crackers now. That's a thing. I got a hold of the roommate and basically said, look, I'm gonna be pulling out $75, which was partly true. I did pull out $75. What I didn't tell him was I actually pulled out $100. But I told him, I'm going to pull out 100 Wednesday. Can you give me 75 so I can get things now? And he said no, because his credit card's due Wednesday. So he got it. I basically said, okay, I'm off Tuesday and I'll still have the money then. I'll give it to you Tuesday. The difference being that I would have to go get it manually instead of just picking it up while I'm at work. And he was okay with that idea, so we went with that. And, well, it is what it is. Let's check out a couple things. I have this. Have that. This is a thing. And I should probably make one of these. So I need, what, 3 aerogels, 2 lithium. Yeah, we'll be fine. Oh. But, yeah, so I ended up doing it after Pokemon since I was already near the other Walmart anyway. But since I had a little bit of spending money, I opted to get some s'mores because two things, not s'mores, some graham crackers, because two things happened. A, I was talking to one of the women who just runs a lot of the, let's call it backstage operations at my work. Motherfucker. And we were in the clearance aisle, which is really just a little end cap where we keep all our clearance stuff. And I happened to notice something that I was sure we had but couldn't find for some reason, which is the the special marshmallows with chocolate already in them. They're special s'mores marshmallows. The idea being that rather than buying Hershey's and a whole bunch of other stuff, you just get these marshmallows, toast them up to thicken them up, and you have your s'mores. And it's a cool idea, so to speak. We're gonna not, actually. We're gonna just put these away real quick. Bloop, bloop, bloop. But I decided, hey, I would like to try those. Those seem like those would be pretty fun, you know, and we had them, they were like $3.99 a pop. And we had 4 bags of them. So I said, okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to buy at least one when my next break hits, my final break hits for the night. And we still had 2 left. I'm like, fuck it, I'm buying them all. And on top of that, for reasons I couldn't even begin to explain, because I honestly don't know, I got the Dunkaroos song in my head. For those who don't know, and you probably don't, let's be honest, Dunkaroos were these little cookies back when I was a child. The mascot was a kangaroo. I think its name was Sydney. And they were just these little pouches in 2 little sections. One section had the cookies, the other section had all of the frosting, which I didn't realize at the time as a child, but found out in high school was basically cake frosting. And it was both exciting and really stupid to find that out, because it's exciting because, hey, I could make my own Dunkaroos, you know, because the cookies were just graham crackers, really. But on the other hand, it's just, oh, the magic is gone. I thought it was some special magical thing, but nope, just cake frosting. And in high school, what I used to do is my friend and I, he'd come up and stay the weekend and so on. Because I lived very far away. Like a 2-hour drive kind of thing. And we would just get graham crackers, either honey or cinnamon. It varied. and we would, put frosting on them and just eat them. And it was yummy, as you might expect. Shit. Just occurred to me now I don't have the titanium I need. Well, there's scraps around here somewhere. I'll just get some of them. So I bought some frosting. I bought some s'mores marshmallows. I bought a box of honey grams, and I bought a box of cinnamon grams. I have snacks, so that's a thing. And I have been working rather heavily on my Hitman Let's Play. Right now, Hitman 2. I kind of consider them the same game, to be perfectly honest. They're very much... Hitman 2, let's be honest, while it is its own game, is basically DLC for Hitman 1. Right down to the fact that if you play Hitman 2, and you get the Legacy Pack, which I think came free for me, but if you get that, you can play all the Hitman 1 stuff on Hitman 2. And at that point, is it really a separate game? Well, that's not completely true. You can't play the special custom missions. I think the escalations might be different, but the main missions are there with new mechanics, with all the new mechanics that Hitman 2 brought, like blending into the crowd, briefcases, including the fact that you will now find extra briefcases in the levels, and so on. But also, a thing I've been doing is I have been brainstorming extensively, which isn't that strange. If you know me, you know that I'm always, without exaggeration, in a near constant state of brainstorming something. There's always something on my mind. And in this case, it's my new channel, which doesn't currently exist, so don't go looking for it. And I'm really not going to have the two associated with each other. So, where's my sulfur? I think I need 3 of these. But the new channel's point is basically, in a big way, to talk about controversial stuff. Things that you don't bring up without expecting a fight. And part of the reason of that is just general education, because it's a lot of cases it's people saying dumb things or making dumb arguments because they don't have the information. An example is one of the videos is about basically the phrase "it's only a theory" and explaining exactly what a scientific theory is, what goes into making one, how much validity it has and why, that kind of thing. I intend to do a video explaining what evolution actually is, because a lot of people don't seem to really get it. And okay, now if the place catches fire, we're good. Should probably make a decoy at some point. Not that I intend to actually use it, but anyway, like, people don't know what evolution says at all. Like, I thought I did, and I was wrong. I mean, I've since actually corrected that little flaw, but for the longest time I thought I knew what it was, and I was dead fucking wrong. And one of the biggest things is America's a very highly Christian country. A lot of people don't know what an atheist is. Like, if they've met one, they don't know it, you know? And they really don't have a concept of exactly what it means. And I want to explain things like that. Although, I'm just looking at stuff, sorry. The thing I was brainstorming is a lot more controversial. Like there's going to be fights in the comments, kind of controversial. Just flat out, no argument. People are going to fight in the comments over this shit. And I really don't blame them. It's a controversial thing. It's, in this case, two aspects of the gun control debate. Two arguments I've heard that I believe are just horrible arguments that no one should be using. They're just bad. And I won't go into detail on the things I've been brainstorming about them, but the two topics are the concept of the good guy with the gun, meaning, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, or the turn of phrase of, oh, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And the other one being the Second Amendment justification of we need our guns in case the government becomes tyrannical. Well, to summarize these, and I will go into greater detail in the actual video when it exists. Shit! Well, so much for that fucking prawn suit. That's some bullshit. Is there a... Nope, there's not an I am stuck button kind of thing. It's fucking stupid. But it's actually letting me go down there after it, which is even stupider. So what, is it actually on the ground now, or what?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Come back, little prawn. I need you, come back. Alright, so I'm going to take your power cell. Nope, gonna take it. Gonna take your upgrades. And I'm gonna take your power cell. And we're just gonna get in you and watch your crotch depth. Oh shit. I'm actually somewhere now. Hold on. That was unexpected. Alright, we're gonna put these right back in. Holy shit, where am I? Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Like, at all.
This alien structure appears to have collapsed to the sea floor.
You think? Okay, so I'm down here now. That exists.
Detecting an alien broadcast. Linguistic analysis reads, caution, hazardous materials and life forms contained within.
So anyway, back to what I was attempting to say earlier with the whole thing. To summarize, the whole if the government becomes tyrannical thing falls apart immediately because we're not in a world anymore where we and the government have the same kind of weapons. This is not George Washington's era where they have muskets and we have muskets, and yeah, they have cannons kind of thing. We have all manner of firearms, and they have tanks and nukes and submarines and jets and things like that. So it's just not comparable. And the whole argument of the good guy with the gun is, yes, you might be a good guy with a gun, but the other good guys with the gun in the room might not know that, and they might shoot you. You know, so you could end up with 6 good guys with a gun in one area, none of them knowing each other, and have a much bigger massacre because of it. But moving on to something far less controversial, got to hang out with Eisen finally on Friday. He's okay. Well, he's not okay. He fucked his hand up pretty bad, but he's alive. You know, most of the things we feared the worst about didn't come to pass. He's okay, which we're all incredibly glad to know. And we just did some stuff. Most of it wasn't very good. Like, we did the Jackbox stuff, but for the longest time it was just 3 of us, and it turns out the Jackbox games really need 4 people. Come here, asshole. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. You're dead. Literally dead. And that's the feed the kitties thing. Fuck, that's what I forgot to get at Walmart. Wet food for the girls. Well, as it turns out, I have the means to do exactly that. The fluid intake, not wet food for the girls. Okay, there's my prawn. Man, we're deep down here. I don't know if I can get back. So anyway, like I said, a lot of those really do require 4 people to do it, because otherwise, when we're playing Quiplash, 2 of us are getting to place prompts, and then 1 guy picks. So basically, we're each part of 2 questions and answer 1. So, and for the first one, we didn't even have a screen share of any kind up, so we couldn't even see the answers that were being made. Except, well, no, we couldn't at all. If we weren't the one picking, we couldn't see. And we couldn't win, or we couldn't see who won. And that got real stale real fucking fast. Pretty sure I'm good on lead, and even if I'm not, I'll be back here eventually. By the way, kudos for just these brine waterfalls. They're absolutely breathtaking. Especially since I'm pretty sure they'll literally take my breath if I stand in them. They look toxic as shit. And these might be the same ones that I died in earlier. But we also tried to do not Jackbox. We also tried to do Cards Against Humanity, which we did, but it wasn't fun. First off, the rumors are true. They took out white cards, and I can't find any place that has... Not white cards, blank cards. They took out the blank cards, and I can't find... Not that I looked very hard. Any place that puts the blank cards back in. Is that a Leviathan of some sort? Yeah, that's a ghost Leviathan. Shit, I better hit the ground or some shit. Great, now I don't know where he is. That's not terrifying or anything. Great, now I know where he is. That's not terrifying or anything. Alright, everything in here is hostile as fuck. Let's fix this up a bit. So the problem with Cards Against Humanity is without white cards, the game isn't nearly as fun. Okay, little verbal insert here. Every time I say white cards, know that I mean blank cards. Because white cards are just what the answers are on to begin with. I don't think I'm going to like what I see if I turn around. Yep, there he is. Oh, good. I just landed instead. I don't like how short this tether is. And the other problem is, for some stupid reason, I didn't lock the room. The Cards Against Humanity room when I made it. I didn't password lock it. I didn't restrict the number of players. And because I usually like the game, I want high scores, I set it for 15. Well, the problem is, people were coming in and out of the room who weren't, you know, on the voice with us participating, which isn't nearly as fun. And to make matters even worse, sometimes they would just leave and take their points with them, which meant that those were rounds where nobody scored effectively. Yeah, I still don't quite know where I am, but I figure let's focus on getting to the surface first, and then finding base afterwards. Alright, am I going to get anywhere here? Just going to let my jets recharge for a minute. That's what I really need, is a jets upgrade. I'll look into that if I ever find my way out of here. My, this place is terrifyingly pretty. Perfect. Oop. Oh, I thought I let go for a second there. So, yeah, that kind of fell apart. We played Life, which was fun, but Monopoly kind of fell through. Most of the other people on didn't have the game, so we never got Clue going on. I'm hoping our next game night's more productive. Just gonna have to Spider-Man my way through here for now. The hell? Oh, that's a Reaper skull. Actually, full-on Reaper skeleton. That's not terrifying or anything. So yeah, if I actually named these, that's probably what this episode would be called. That's not terrifying or anything. Yeah, this game can become legitimately scary at times. I mean, even ignoring the fact that I'm not supposed to be here yet, because I kind of glitched through the floor. It's kind of interesting to think that I literally built my base on top of one of their bases. Because I basically went straight down. Maya, shut up. No one cares. I shouldn't be too mean to her. She'd basically quit barking altogether. She used to get yelled at for barking every time someone would knock on the door or make noise elsewhere in the house. Jesus, that was creepy as shit. Well, at least that's a more familiar animal. Quit nibbling on me, you bitch. This thing's aggressive as shit. I've never seen one this aggressive before. Winkles, get down. Daddy can't see. Lady, shut the hell up. I can't do anything right now. But yeah, if you're afraid of the ocean, this is creepy as shit, man. Now, there is a good news, bad news situation going on. The good news is, well, as strange as it's going to be, at some point, lack of food and or water is going to kill this character. And one of two things will happen. Either I'll be returned to my prawn, because, you know, it kind of saves here, or it'll return me to my base. Either way, I'm good, because if I'm in the prawn, all I have to do is just step out and die, and I'm good. And I have all the time I need to figure out how to get out of here. And if I'm in the base, I have all the time I need to figure out how to get back here. If you catch my drift. Okay, so going up to get out didn't help. At all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the shit that just corroded my body last time. I mean, if nothing else, the good news is, like I said, I'm not trapped down here full time. And I am reasonably close to the surface, all things considered. I've been lower than this. I'm just lost, that's all. I know! Okay, now this is distressing that my lights just aren't working anymore. Tell you one thing, I'm gonna load up on jet upgrades once I get back, if I get the prawn up there. And don't have to, you know, bring the fucking Cyclops. My kingdom for a fucking map. Or a wristwatch, just to be able to tell what time it is would be nice. hell made that noise now? Okay, we're just gonna do an explore real quick. Alright, this is actual goddamn seafloor. So all I gotta do is get up there. And I'm in the clear, I think.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Yeah, I know. Motherfucker again. Come here. Come here, you son of a bitch. Alright, I have some semblance of where I am now. Okay, yeah, I have an idea of where I am now. That was quite the adventure I went on, isn't it? I think this is called the Koosh Zone. You sons of bitches! Quit eating my goddamn prawn. Lithium? Yeah. Okay, I think that was the sound of a different animal altogether. Nope. Oh, that's what hurt. I'm like, what just hurt me? I'm starving to death. Or no, I'm dehydrating. Fuck it, I'm gonna knife fight this son of a bitch. Come here. I'm gonna cook your ass. Come here. Fuck you. Okay. See if that did what I think it did. Because I think I've tricked the game before into doing this. On a side note, my laptop's been real squirrely lately. A couple times, not often, not consistently, but sometimes it'll just flat out shut off if anything has happened to the cord. I'm okay with that. Because guess what? There's my fucking prawn suit, right there. What belongings did I lose? Nothing serious from the looks of it. Wow, I was very far from base. No, we're gonna pick it up. Still, I guess I should be happy that I didn't lose it. No. First, I want to check something here. That this wasn't like a kyanite thing or something stupid like that. I can do it now. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade the shit out of that soon. We're gonna go back and get my prawn suit. I'm gonna get like one or two. I wonder if they stack, because if they stack, I'm loading two of those fuckers in there. Power up the engines. That's fine. Basically what that means is that it's going to draw the attention of every creature around. But it also means we're going to get there quick. Fuck it, let it overheat. Fine. It'll go out on its own. That's what the fire suppression's there for. Everything's fine. Fine. Why is it not detecting itself or doing its own thing? Fine. Fucking baby. I need oxygen. Look, it's a fire suppression system that won't suppress a fire. Ah. Well then, I'm gonna have to do something about that. Can I fix it in here? Nope, I gotta go out and do it. But you know what? Fuck it. The air works again, let's just go. Oh, wow, I didn't notice that. I can actually see the health of the ship. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but I didn't. So that's useful to note. There we go. Now that's the ticket. I think I've lived around here before in other games. Just pick up my prawn suit and get the fuck home. Make those jump jets. I don't know if they have more fuel or they're faster or both, but ow. It's a hell of a trip I made. I'm honestly amazed that that actually even worked. Let's close the gap. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. And we're actually going to end off here for now, with me looking right there. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.